just came home myself, along with Minister Rashid, from a 60-year sentence that I had as well. I got that sentence when I was 19 years old. And I promise you, the decisions that we make in life can be life-changing, not just for us, but for our families as well. Everything that we do when it lands us in prison, it affects our family, and it affects our loved ones, and especially the victims' families that go through it as well. Trust me when I tell you this, the decisions that you want to make, you want to go down the right path. You want to continue to do the things that's going to help you exceed your communities and environments. It's something inside of you that you got to be able to tap into to take you to that next level, and not just submit yourself to the environments that we come from. It's tough, I get it. It's frustrating sometimes, I get it. Sometimes it's going to take everything out of you. But when you get inside that prison cell and you have nobody around you, and you sitting there on them nights and you crying them tears, and you praying to God, wishing that you was back home, it's tough. It's tough. I promise you, we do not grow in our comfort zones. But prison, I'm telling you, it's not comfortable at all. It's not comfortable. I came home December 4th, as I said. I was blessed by the governor to have 41 years commuted off my sentence. So I'm not supposed to be here, but God found it suitable enough for me and gave me mercy and grace for me to be here, to be able to stand in front of you. Live from not only my experience, but live from every last one of our experiences. Right? We traveled the road that some of you might be going down. We traveled it. We know what's going to happen at the end of it, and we don't want to see that for y'all. Since I've been home, I've been prison advocate and wanted to speak to y'all as much as I can. I've written 5 books, and I have other things that I've been doing. But it's hard. It's hard. But I promise you, if y'all just pay attention, y'all can get through it and get on the right path to do what y'all need to do. Thank you.
You can pass it right over to DJ Ron McGraw, and then we'll round it off with the brother who's as close.
As they're making the most of high school, what are some things that they might be able to lean into to be able to protect themselves from some of the other negative influences that they can potentially fall prey to?
It's a great question. I would say high school is probably one of the funnest times that you can have, and you just want to take it on a daily basis and just learn. You want to learn as much as you can, because no matter how the world is out there, you want to have information that you will be able to utilize when you're an adult. You're going to need that information to put you in a position for you to win, and that's the thing. You want to be successful in life. So it's starting at an early age and making them decisions in high school of just learning as much as you can. Of course, there's going to be negative influences that try to come your way, but try to surround yourself with people that are like you, or that will propel you to a next level and keep you in that positive environment. You want to try to shield yourself as much as you can, because all it takes is just one decision that can lead you in prison for the rest of your life. I spent 19 years in prison. Minister Rashid spent 24 years in prison. Deacon Ron spent 24 years in prison, all for one decision. So you want to constantly be surrounded by people that's going to uplift you, even though you are young. But you can find that support group that's going to take you to the next level as y'all grow together, and y'all can accomplish something together to be great.
Thanks so much. Any questions from the audience?
We go through today. One is, what do you want your legacy to be in this world? What impact, what effect do you want to leave on the world, right? When you are no longer here, what do you want people to say about you? Okay? So I want you all to begin to ponder that. Think about that as we listen.
Black faces here, excited and looking forward to moving forward. Today matters. On behalf of the Zeta Epsilon Lambda chapter of the Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated and Service Board Foundation, I want to welcome you to the Empowering Young Black Men Summit. Today matters. This is not just another event. This is a moment and an opportunity to reset, refocus, and challenge yourself to grow.
The excitement about today and about this amazing group. What did you say? You're amazing. You're
lead you in the right direction. Kill your pride. Pride gets us into a lot of trouble. If we kill our pride and not worry about what somebody else may think about us, we continue to go down the right path. And don't be discouraged when you find yourself down and out. Failure is not failure. It's just ways you learn. It's something that it just doesn't work that way. Just continue to move forward.
To add on to that, I would say also to avoid the entitlement trap. You're not entitled to anything in this world. And to go on to that, I'd say we all have 24 hours. We all have the same 24 hours. What are you doing with it? Evaluate it, reflect it, and that's where you're going to see where you win and lose. Winners and losers, they all have the same goal. It's just a different system they do throughout the day or how they utilize their 24 hours.
I would say that the most important thing to a man is God, family, and freedom. If you remember those three values, it's going to take you a long way. I will also encourage you to dream as big as you can possibly dream. Right? Don't let nothing stifle the vision that God has for you. Right? And pursue that vision with every ounce of passion and fervor you can possibly muster up. Because what you will find out is as far as you allow your gift, skills, and talents to take you is as far as you'll go. That's what I'll leave you with.
Right thumb. Wherever your right thumb is.
Describe an important aspect of the identity.
Came home one day, he was, I guess, under the influence of something, and he shot my mom twice, laid down on the couch in front of him, and took his life. I witnessed that when I was 4 years old. They took me to a therapist for like one time, and they said, this kid's fine. So then I went on the rest of my life not really healing from some of the trauma that I went through, and it played out in a lot of ways, that were subtle, but ended up plaguing me and trying to hold me back. So you see where I am today, and you see my career and the success that I have, but I want you to understand that there was a point in time where I did not believe I could be where I am. I did not believe that I could attain the goal of being an attorney, being a successful professional. I thought that I was destined for destruction. And I was taking steps that were destroying my life. And my faith in God, my family, my community around me, helped me to see that there was an opportunity. And so that's why I come to events like this. I don't know where you are, but I believe that there's at least one young man in this room today who is going to be inspired. You're going to hear something, you're going to meet somebody, you're going to hear from somebody, and it's going to click for you that there are people here that see the potential in you, and that hopefully you will see it in yourselves, and we can help to bring you along and walk alongside you, and the day will come where you will be standing up here inspiring the next generation. So I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
I just want to piggyback off that. Use your resources, and we are resources, right? So first, find your faith, for sure. Find your faith in God, He's going to lead you. But use the resources and the people God puts in your life. And so we're here. But there's other people around you. I see you've got teachers or people from your school with you. They care. They care about you. That's why they got up early and they brought you here, right? So the people that are in your life that want to help you and want to see you succeed, call them up. Reach out. Stay on them. Because they want to help you, and they're going to be there to bring you to the places that you want to get to. All right? And we're here for you. All right? Thank you.
I'm going to tell you that every day you got a decision to make, right? Once you stick to that decision, you're going to decide where you're going. The world's going to try to tell you that you're a statistic, that you're a stereotype. The system is going to try to disprove anything that you believe in yourself. But you're none of that. You understand me? You are who you are, and you can make a difference every day. Just keep that in mind.
Be a leader, not a follower.
Guys, with one thing or two things. One, be where your feet are. If you are always intentional with what you're doing in that moment, there's nothing that you can fail at. And two, pressure is a privilege. If you find yourself in a position where people are pressuring you to be better, be better. Meet their expectations, blow their expectations out of the water.
Yeah.
Two is always be honorable. I mean, always be honorable. Everything that you do. And trust the good people that's in your life. I mean, and anybody that's telling you to do something right, trust that. I mean, instead of the other area where the devil is telling you to do something wrong.
Thanks so much, Deacon. So as we wrap up,
Privilege and the ability to do more. It's going to do nothing but set you aside from everything else that you're fearing. You know, I lived my life on fear for a long time, and when I stopped doing that, I prospered. You know what I mean? So take that for what it is, and continue to grow.
thanks, Eli.
Done as a peer group or as a brotherhood, because you can't do nothing good as a gang, right? But as a peer group or a brotherhood, we could have encouraged each other in our areas of expertise, right? That's what I would say.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Big Christian Center in Freehold, New Jersey. Shout out to Jaden, one of the real ones, right? I've been in ministry now for about 17 years. What you don't know about me is I wasn't always a minister. For the past 24 years, I was in New Jersey State Prison serving a 60-year sentence. It wasn't until January 30th of this year that the governor actually granted me clemency. And I've been home now for 45 days. I spent 24 years in prison trying to discover myself. That prison sentence began with me engaged in activity because I pledged my allegiance to a particular fraternal organization that perpetuated the principles of the underworld. And if there's anybody in here who has any entanglement or who have made any kind of commitment to a street life, I'm here to tell you that the only way that life is going to end is with you either dead or in prison. Like Brother Dwayne, I have a lived experience as well. The first 9 years of my life, I would have to say was amazing. Everything about it was perfect until my mom discovered my dad having an extramarital affair and asked him to leave the home. And just like that, I lost my hero. I lost my mentor, I lost my best friend. And I sought advice and counsel from people who did not have my best interests. So to be in a space like this today, to be surrounded by this type of wisdom, this type of information, I want you to absorb everything that's being made available to you today. Because you'll be able to use what you hear today and apply it to your life to take you to spaces and places you've never gone before. But what you'll also hear is some information of spaces and places where you should never travel. It's some roads that we've traveled down that you should never go down. And if you need somebody to tell you not to go down them, let me be the first one to tell you. Outside of being a minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ, I've had the opportunity to start my own consulting firm, right, for personal finance. There are so many different things that you'll be able to do in this world if you just take your time and not try to live it through your teens, but allow life to progress you and grow you into the spaces and places that God has designed for you to step into. So be encouraged about what you're about to experience today. I won't take up much of your time, but I'm looking forward to the conversation.
But potential is not enough. Today is about discipline. It's about focus. It's about making a decision, even in one day, this one day event, to be something more than you ever thought about. So I challenge you to be present, to engage fully, ask questions, step outside your comfort zones. Take something from today that you carry forward, not just for this moment, but a different mindset. And to the mentors and to my brothers, let's be intentional. Every interaction, every word, every sentiment communicated, every prior thought process that you share today, make sure that it comes from a place of depth, a place of joy, a place of what you've encountered in your life, and that it will be something that these young men can take with them and go on and lead successful lives on their academic journeys. And so it's wonderful for us to be a part, just a small part, of their academic and social political journey. We're proud as an organization to be a part of that. And so we are a resource as an organization. Use us, approach us, and ask us any questions that you so like. I'll be in the back of the room and come to talk to me anytime you like. Thank you very much.
I had a relationship with him. So when I would see my father, it was like looking at a stranger. Like, I know this man is responsible for me being here on the face of this earth, but I have no relationship with him. So what that did was that played mind tricks on me. Is there something wrong with me? Is there something innately wrong with me? Is there a reason why my own father lives in close proximity to me where I can throw a tennis ball and play catch with him, but he has no desire to have a relationship with me? What's wrong with, what did I do or what did I not do for my own father to not want to have a relationship with me? I couldn't understand. I couldn't understand. But my grandmother tried to instill worth in me, value. She tried to tell me, son, know that you're somebody because God don't make no jump. My grandmother believed in me, but if I'm being honest, I didn't believe in myself. I kept going throughout life. I went through high school. I went through college. I was
here. This was established for you today. There's no mistake that you're here today. This is what you're calling today. And so I want you to connect with us today. I want you to be honest with yourself today. I want you to be attentive today because this is for you. I do this from my heart. A young man wrote a song, he said, I don't do this for the money. I do this because it's passion. This grew out of my dissertation because I was tired.
Glad to have you here on campus for Empowering Young Black Males. I hope this isn't your only time on our campus. I hope you come back and visit again and again. And I hope that ultimately some of you choose to go to college here. Now, I walked around a little bit before and tried to figure out where folks were from. So I'd like to go around the room. Now, I don't think I caught everyone, but I want to give everyone I caught a shout out, and then let's see who I missed. So I did.
Yeah, I'm so excited to be here, so excited to have you all.
High school.
But we're going to be real today. Y'all be real today? Oh my goodness. School, what y'all did with my boys today, man? What y'all did with my young man? This is called Empowering Young Black Males. How many believe that you're great? See your hands. How many believe you're great? But if you believe you're great, say, I'm great. I'm great. I don't believe that. Say again, I'm great. I'm great. Right, that's what I'm talking about today. How many